Hello, my name is Jazz and I am a psychology student at the University of New England in Australia. Today I'm going to be talking to you about cynophobia, which is a fear of dogs, and some ways we can overcome this fear using behaviour modification techniques. So if you're cynophobic, it's likely that you will avoid situations where you know you're going to come into contact with dogs or where you might come into contact with dogs. So this could be avoiding certain beaches or parks, a favourite walking path, maybe even a friend's house that has a dog. You might even fear viewing images or movies that contain dogs. Unfortunately, this avoidance behaviour reinforces your fear, which creates a fear avoidance cycle that's really tough to break. Cynophobia is very common, so take courage in the fact that you are not alone. And if you're serious about overcoming your fear, stick around and let's have a look at some of the steps we can take to overcome your fear. Well done. If you're still watching, that must mean you're pretty committed to overcoming your fear of dogs. So what are some things we can do to prepare for this intervention? Firstly, it's a really good idea if you can recruit a friend or a family member to go on this journey with you. The social, emotional, and moral support that they provide is invaluable. They could also provide you with a model of the behaviours and be your own personal cheer squad for when you're doing really well. The other thing to remember is that at no point during this process should you or anyone else be in any kind of danger. You should never approach an unknown dog or an aggressive dog. Okay, let's jump straight into the assessment phase of treating your cynophobia. So the first thing you need to do is clearly identify your fear. This seems pretty simple, right? You're afraid of dogs. It's a little bit more specific than that. What exactly is it that you fear? Are you afraid of being bitten? Or are you afraid of being attacked? Or is it something else? It's really important to remember that we're only engaging with friendly dogs, and from this perspective, is your fear likely? It's really important to make sure you approach treating your phobia from a rational perspective. Once you've identified your specific fear, we're going to move on to identifying the target behaviour that's reinforcing your phobia. This is likely an avoidance behaviour, such as avoiding places or situations where you're likely to come in contact with dogs or where you know you'll come into contact with dogs. Finally, you're going to create a fear hierarchy, and this is simply creating a list of scenarios involving dogs that you can use to gradually expose yourself to this feared stimulus. Like I said, the aim is gradual exposure, so you're going to need quite a range of scenarios. It's a good idea to have at least 10, but you can have as many as you like. Once you have your list, you're going to give each item on that list a rating between 0 and 100. 0 being no fear at all, and 100 being the most fear that you can imagine experiencing. This is called the Subjective Units of Distress Scale, or SUDS. Once you've given each of these items on your list a rating, you're going to order these items from the least fearful to the most fearful. And this most fearful item is going to become your goal behaviour. As you can see here, I've provided an example of a fear hierarchy with SUDS scale. So at the bottom here we have rated at 5, viewing a video of a dog, and at the top we have rated at 100, calling over a dog that you know and picking up that dog. At the end of this video, I'm going to provide you with a positive model of me with my dog that you can use either as just a model, or you could include it in your fear hierarchy as well. Don't worry, I am going to give you plenty of warning before I introduce you to her. Alright, so you've got your friends, you've got your fear hierarchy with stud scale, and you're ready to move on to your intervention. Gradual exposure therapy is a very effective way of treating phobias. By remaining within the feared situations or exposed to the feared stimulus over time, your anxiety levels are going to naturally decrease. Now, it's going to be tricky to move through your fear hierarchy, and having your friend there for social support is going to be invaluable. They'll be able to model the steps for you and give you praise and cheer you on when you're doing really well. It's also important to remember that you can take a break at any time that you need to. Don't rush through the steps, take your time, and don't move on to the next level in your fear hierarchy until you are comfortable. Congratulations, if you've made it to the maintenance stage, that means you've successfully worked through your fear hierarchy, and now you need to maintain that behaviour change. This does mean that you're going to have to keep exposing yourself to that feared stimulus. And that's it. I wish you all the best in overcoming your cynophobia, and I'm sure that in no time you'll be visiting those friends' houses who have dogs, enjoying those long walks on the beach with a reduced fear of man's best friend. If you would like a positive role model of someone engaging with a dog, please keep watching and I'll introduce you to my dog Maple. Otherwise, thank you very much for watching and good luck! I'm going to introduce you now to my little dog Maple, so I'll just bring her up. Alright, so this is Maple. She is a Spoodle. She's about 14 weeks old now. She loves a good cuddle, as you can see. She's very affectionate and very calm mostly, and yeah, just loves a good cuddle, good kiss, and just mostly sleeps near my feet. If you're using this as part of your fear hierarchy or as a positive role model for interacting with friendly dogs, then well done, you're doing a wonderful job, and I wish you the very best of luck in overcoming your fear. Thank you so much for watching. Bye!